You know, the other thing I'm thinking about, guys, is, Lamar Jackson is dead set on winning a Super Bowl for the Ravens. There were the rumors, of course, with the Davante Adams post last week with the Poe, Edgar Allan Poe. If this offense were to get Davante Adams additionally to the way that they've already been functioning, I don't know what's going to happen, but it does make you say, wow. Dan wants to be like, it's going to be the Jets. All right, back to Sunday Night Football, where Dak Prescott led the Cowboys on his 23rd career game-winning drive. That's
they need him
most, in the NFL since he entered the league in 2016, trailing only Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson, and Matthew Stafford. Here's Dak after the win.
Just give us a chance on that 2-minute drive. I personally was pissed about the 2-minute drive before half, obviously, right? Throwing an interception there when we can get points, easily 3, if not a touchdown. 2 minutes, something I love, so just being able to get back in it, down 4, knowing we needed a touchdown. We practiced that a lot, I'd say as much as probably, if not more than any team in the league. So we're all very comfortable in that situation with the plays being called.
Okay, I rarely talk about picks or anything, but Marcus, you weren't with us on Friday. I just want to point out that I picked your Cowboys for you. What did they do to get this done yesterday?
There you go. Yeah, they were able to control some of the game, and the run game was effective. Yep. I think everybody saw it. I think Dallas, in order for them to win games, it's almost like I told RC this earlier today. They got to muddy stuff up like we've seen Pittsburgh do for so many years, and that's what they were able to do with Rico Dowdle. They were able to get the run game going enough for Dak to get comfortable at times. And I know even though the 2 interceptions came, you looked at an offense that was not explosive. It wasn't anything crazy or out of the ordinary. They were able to just get enough going in the run game to create some of that play action opportunity. And when you look at this team, and we've talked about the backfield and the devoid of talent, this was a test that I thought they would have at the line of scrimmage. And they passed it up front when you talk about the run game. Rico Dowdle and the run game is the reason Dallas was able to win that game, even though Dak could get a tremendous amount of credit and should for that last second shot.
This was the first time all year, Marcus, where watching the Cowboys offense, I didn't feel like CeeDee Lamb had to have a complete takeover game for them to move the ball, which is a step in the right direction. Some of that, as you said, is because they finally had success running the football with Rico Dowdle, who I thought was excellent in this game. But also the other pass catchers finally showed up, with Brandon Cooks out as well. Jalen Tolbert, that route he ran for the game-winning score was tremendous, but he made plays all game. Devontae Turpin also got separation. This is the first game all year where Dak Prescott had a tight window throw rate below 20%. He's thrown the most tight window throws in all of football, but for once it felt like he had room to breathe. Some of that is on the play calling, some of it also is on the secondary and tertiary receivers getting separation, but all of it means that this Cowboys offense, if they can build on this, will be better than what we have seen so far this season.
Yeah, I know we love to talk about the Cowboys on this show and on shows in general.
Keep your head up. Keep your head up.
But I want to talk about my disappointment with the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, you look at Tolbert's catch in the first half. That's a busted coverage, and that's a busted coverage between Dante Jackson and Minkah Fitzpatrick, 2 veterans who have played extremely well, not only throughout their careers, but this game. And then you think about the run game of the Dallas Cowboys that has been insufficient this entire season, and you allow that to get going against you. Where's Patrick Queen stepping up and making plays? And Landon Roberts making plays. And then no matter what you think about the offensive performance of Justin Fields and the lack of a run game against the Dallas Cowboys who couldn't stop it, you have the lead 17-13 late in that game in your stadium, and you're supposed to be the vaunted Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Make a stop. Find a way to get a hand on a football. Find a way to get a turnover. Find a way to get to Dak Prescott. And we saw Dak Prescott recover that fumble in the end zone, but also Deshaun Elliott. You know you have the crosser. You've called cut. That's your guy. Beat him over the top. If he reverses back out to the other side, so be it. Sometimes you lose. I feel like the Steelers lost this game more than the Dallas Cowboys won it, and the Steelers aren't good enough to allow some of these games to slip away.
Yeah, that's a good word right there, RC. And I also think George Pickens needs to get the ball more for Pittsburgh, but for Dallas doesn't win the game without Jake Ferguson. And to Mina's point, some of those other playmakers outside of CeeDee Lamb step forward. It was not only Ferguson, it was Ferguson in crucial moments, okay? So you're going to get into that bunch concept. Second down, in the second quarter. What they're going to do is try to create some miscommunication from the Steelers defense, kind of like what we saw late play out in the game. You're going to have the outside guy go in, the vertical guy, and then Ferguson's the inside guy going out. He's running what we always talk about, that choice route. He could either go out, he could sit, or go in. That time he reads it going out. Lovely. Second down again. There's that same bunch concept. You're going to get the outside receiver to go in. CeeDee Lamb's going to push vertical. Now Ferguson's going to push up, see that spot in between those two zone defenders, and get a big conversion. This, to me, is one of the plays of the game in that game-winning drive. There's that bunch again. What are they going to do? We should all know by now. The point go vertical. Outside guy goes in. Watch Ferguson read that soft zone. This time he sits again. Ball comes out on time, and then yards after the catch. I thought his play in those crucial moments, and specifically on that third down, was absolutely crucial or pivotal when it came to understanding what the defense was doing, running the right route versus that choice or with that choice, and giving Dak a person to throw the football to.
And by the way, that pass, Prescott's first go-ahead passing touchdown in the final minute of regulation in his NFL career, regular season and postseason. So notable for...
Howdy, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Today, your #1 source for all things America's team. If you're a diehard football fan and love our Dallas Cowboys, you're in the right place. So don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to stay updated with all the latest Cowboys news. Let's get started. Today, we're going to talk about some news that's been creating quite a buzz lately. You've probably heard the rumors that Davante Adams, the Las Vegas Raiders star, is on the trade block. And with the trade deadline approaching, a lot of people got excited about the idea of seeing this all-pro receiver lining up alongside CeeDee Lamb. But hold on, could this really happen? Let's get straight to the answer. Davante Adams is one of the most respected receivers in the league. He's been to the Pro Bowl 6 times and is chasing something that's still missing from his career, a Super Bowl ring. The guy is hungry for a championship, and with the Raiders out of playoff contention for the past 2 years, it wouldn't be shocking if he wanted to move to a team that's ready to compete. That's when Cowboys fans started to imagine, what if he came to Dallas? On paper, it sounds perfect, right? He balanced the offense with Lamb, Prescott, and Pollard, creating a dangerous passing attack. But there's a catch that the Cowboys front office has already made clear: money. Adams still has a hefty contract. For the remainder of this season alone, we're talking about $13.5 million. Even with his salary decreasing each week, the cap hit will be pretty tough to handle. According to NFL insider Diana Rossini, the Cowboys have already said they're passing on the trade. Even the team's executive VP, Stephen Jones, said this deal would be like trying to sink a long putt. In other words, it's highly unlikely to happen due to financial reasons. Now, I want to hear from you, Cowboys fans. Do you think the Cowboys should find a way to bring in Davante Adams, even with the cost? Or do you agree that the team should stick to the current plan? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know what you think. If you like this video, share it with your friends, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel to stay on top of all things Dallas Cowboys. There's still a lot of season left, and we're going to follow every move together. Let's go, Cowboys Nation!